everyone, welcome to our website Know Word. It is a game-based learning platform that makes teaching online easier and expanding your vocabulary almost too fun for words. You can play right now, click it here, or you can register. You see there are three levels, easy, medium, and hard. And if we press start again, the game starts. As you understand, the rule is to name the noun, someone who is psychologically dependent on a substance. Abrupt deprivation of the substance produces withdrawal symptoms. And you should type the word that starts with A. I try to write addiction. If I make mistakes, the symbol doesn't let me go further. A noun, for example, a large building that is fortified and contains many defenses, in previous ages often inhabited by a nobleman or a king. It's a castle. If I'm right, everything is okay. Here you see adjective, not allotted from or literary work, and many others. Yeah. In this website, you can also find some packs that you can use for English second language classroom. They are categorized: art and music, science, business. If I press, for example, breakfast, you can play the same game to tell the words by the description, a classic or multiply. So, for example, you see food of jelly, that jelly-like consistency, made of fruits, sugar, and usually spread on bread or used in pastries. So I put marmalade. If I make spelling mistake, system also doesn't let me go further. And when I type it right, everything is okay. And if you don't know the answer, you can just skip it. If you know the answer so quickly and you get it, so you just need to type milk if you got what word was guessed. Yeah. If you return back, you also see some additional buttons that you can click for playing, some packs and teachers' blogs that can be also useful. And if you register as a teacher, you can create your own game. The next website is called learnenglish.com. Here you see materials that can be used at English as a second language class: idioms, phrasal verbs, irregular verbs, practice, grammar terms, grammar quizzes, language tests, reading comprehension exercises, and language polls. If you press on language polls, you can immediately see the test and you can answer it correctly. You can play individually or you can play in a group, and you can also find a partner to play online. It's very nice to look at categorized grammar topics that it's necessary to study when you talk about improving English speaking skills. So improving grammar is also part for successful speaking activities, and you can use grammar quizzes and grammar resources on this website. I personally like reading comprehension and language articles materials. So here you see the categories, and they can be useful for students and teachers. Reading comprehension exercises are cool for improving reading skills and vocabulary as well. You see here texts and questions, and you can immediately answer the questions and get the result. You can also choose the type of the text you need based on the topic of your lesson. So, some resources are given for English for business, education and learning, yeah. Then you see entertainment, yeah. And you also can see levels, so beginner, advanced, intermediate, pre-intermediate. Then you can choose the text according to the level of your students. For example, if you want to practice English phrasal verbs or idioms, you click here and you can choose the idiom you need to find and practice it, see how it is used in a sentence. And also, if you register, you can add your own phrase or idiom and make some tests for your students or do some exercises before putting yourself in the role of a teacher, see how other teachers do it, and then use some cliches that are also given in the website. Next website is called Games for English Second Language. Above you see options for using activity videos, quizzes, games, lessons, worksheets, vocabulary lists, and you can choose also different types of lesson plans you need depending on the season or the topic of the month. Here, for example, daily routine flashcards, routine board game, and video. Let's see how it works with flashcards. So you can print it, it's very bright and cool. Board games, you can take a dice and throw it to practice speaking, and some video resources and YouTube channel with the help of game for EnglishSecondLanguage.com. You can find some warm-ups and detailed steps for using activities of this platform at your classes. I really like it. PowerPoint games are also cool, and you see memory game, PowerPoint game, you see also hidden picture game, PowerPoint race game, sleeping penguins PowerPoint game, telepathy PowerPoint game, and download template. It's free, and you can use it for online or in your classroom. And you can also propose your students to play this game working in breakout rooms. Worksheets are extremely great for using at English second language classes. You can search by topic. I press food, and here I see quizzes. Yeah, for example, top 5 quiz for food. What am I? Food vocabulary exercises. What country is that food from? List of countable, uncountable words on the topic food, and many others. If you click on vocabulary list, I also like this section very much. You see English vocabulary list. You can also choose the topic above just to print what you want to find, what kind of vocabulary you need and level. And you see different topics. I press on feelings and emotions. Here you see a resource. It's a list of emotions you will study with your students, resources that you can use to practice these new words. Of course, you download PDF file if you need, and you can also create online games yourself with the help of this printed resource. So when you want to create your own activity, you can use printables, flashcards, board games, worksheets, grammar exercises, and you just press on this button and you can choose if you need to create a PDF file or test or exercise, also grammar exercise yourself. And here you can practice grammar, present simple tenses with possible online activities and many other important topics on grammar. It is better to use this resource when you work individually or you want to practice some grammar theoretical material, to make it a little bit more interesting. Next website is amazing to use for different levels of students, but it is called English Second Language Kids. And you can find some resources for teens, games for teens. And if you click on it, you will see that the level of the students can be not only A1, but it can be B1 and further. Vocabulary features. You see how to play this game, you see the rules of the game, and some variations you can give as a task, like create variations, how it is possible to play these games. And let's start. Just try how it works. Here you choose a category. For example, I will choose food. And here name a food that starts with letter S. And you need to write down it. Here you also see speaking activities for teens and adults, kids, grammar resources, and if you need to practice some activities for exams, here you see random questions, family, and if you click, for example, on a question mark, you can play it online with your students. Do you go visit anyone this week? The student can answer. Then you can choose, for example, family as a topic. It's actually can be not so related to the topic family, but general English, for example, kinds of pets you have. If you press in school and click on question, what are you studying in school right now in math, English, art, science, and other subjects, and online games are amazing. They are based on resources of different platforms existing in the internet. I like vocabulary games given in English Second Language Kids.com so much. For example, word wheel, you see how it is possible to play it. Put students and parents small rooms, and then they choose the level and then display the word wheel for them. They can answer the questions. English second language guess who game, practicing different structures, cliches, so you see in menus that it is possible to see the rules of the game, choose who are playing, men, women, or who are depicted. For example, I choose Susan, and here there are some variations how it is possible to use this resource. It is easy to write down some phrases for students that can help them to describe Susan. And here are some tips. Is this person smiling, or wearing glasses, or wearing earrings, wearing a hat? You can propose your students, first of all, to write down or describe this person, giving them 5-minute time, and then afterwards you can ask some question. And here you see it is possible to ask for the action they do. Does your person have blue eyes, have mustache, have huge nose, or blonde hair? Name 5. It's a game to practice vocabulary as well. You can put students into 2 teams and start a game. Students need to tell 5 things related to the category. If I press on start, so name 2 Halloween monsters. I actually don't know, but it's possible to name 4 rooms in the house. It's easy, yeah, so not so difficult. Level is not so high. It's cool for warming up as well. Name 3 things. Name prepositions of place. Name 3 professions. Name things that you can drink. Things in the kitchen. Famous brands. You can also add like famous brands started with A, or famous American brands. Name 3 transport. You see that the list is huge. And as for speaking games, we will talk about this at the next English second language video activity.